Assalamualaikum. I'm going to show you how to use the Phillips steam generator. Once you have switched on the plug in the wall, on the iron itself, you press the middle button and now it's blinking. So right now the iron is generating steam, it's building up the power. So we will have to wait until the blinking stops and the blue light becomes constant, right? So this might take somewhere around half a minute to 1 minute, depending on how cold the iron was before the last use. So we'll just have to wait for it to finish blinking, and that noise just now, the tin noise, means the iron is ready. So how we use it is, there is a lock up here where you press it, the lock will be released, and then you can lift up the iron. So once you have finished using the iron, you can put it back like this, press it, then do your clothes or fold your clothes over, and you want to use it again, press this blue button here like this to release it and pick the iron up again. Now let's see how we use the iron itself. So once we lift it up, this surface is hot, it's already hot, but it's at a constant temperature. It doesn't change. There is no temperature control on this iron. So the temperature on this surface is constant. So how it operates is by steam, by using steam. So there is a trigger button down here, this one. So if you press it once and hold it, the steam will come out. But when you release it, the steam will stop, right? So this is, you can use this when you just want to do a spurt of steam, a spurt of iron on the clothes. However, if you are going to iron continuously, you can press this button twice. See, I have released my hand and the steam keeps going out. And then you press once again, it stops. If you press once continuously, it will stop when you release the trigger. But if you double click the trigger, the steam will come up continuously and you can do your ironing. Stop it, just press once. There you go. So I would advise that every time the iron is put back onto its cradle, you lock it so that this iron piece will not fall off, right? Okay, so this is how we're going to iron it. Oh wait, before that, very important, do not press this trigger too many times. That is not good, because you might spoil the valve in the main unit, and that could cost, to repair it might cost about 240 ringgit to 250 ringgit. I had to do it twice before this, and yeah, it's because I was playing with the trigger too much, right? So avoid doing that if at all possible, right? So now the iron is back in its cradle. I've already locked the lock up here, right? I've got my shirt here, ready to be ironed. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to release the lock, pick up the iron, double press the trigger. Once the steam is out, then I can iron. And that's it. Okay, so I put it back and I lock it again. Then I can turn the shirt over. Actually, once you have ironed one surface, you don't really have to iron on the other side, because the steam is strong enough that it can penetrate most materials on both sides or onto the other side. So that saves a lot of time, right? So normally on polo t-shirts like this, I wouldn't bother too much on the body. I will always just iron at the buttons and also the collar. So again, I release the lock, pick up the iron and double press the trigger and iron. Okay, when you iron, you don't have to press so hard. You don't have to press the iron too hard onto your clothes, right? It wouldn't make any difference, right? Of course, the clothes will not burn, but it won't make the iron any faster or any easier. All you need to do is just click on it, just press it lightly and glide it over your clothes, like so, and you're done. Because the steam is doing the ironing, right? This is not unlike the conventional iron where you have to press it very hard. Now the materials that, okay, you also have the option of not using the steam, right? You can just use the iron without the steam, and you can just glide it over your clothes, right? But from my experience, there's only so many clothes that you can do. You can iron with this method, right? So I would normally use the steam. It's much faster, it's much more efficient, and yeah. So that's the purpose of the steam. Okay. So that's it. Sometimes this, sorry, I don't know whether you can see this. This button right here, there's a logo of a pipe. Sometimes it will turn red. Okay, so what if that happens? What you have to do is you have to switch off the iron, right? Switch off the main plug, the main switch here, and then get a bucket. Sorry, pull the iron closer to the edge. Right? Get a bucket or a pail and open this one up. I don't know, can you see this? This thing right here. So this one can be twisted anti-clockwise, right? Just unscrew it and water will flow out. And once done again, put it back, turn it clockwise to lock it, and then switch on the plug and the switch here, and you can start again, right? So that is actually the decalcimize. It is a decalcimizing. I forget what it's called. Sorry, but basically that's the filter to filter out excess calcium, excess minerals from the water supply, and if it's clogged, so the red button, the red light will blink, and all you need to do is switch off the mains, switch off the iron, unscrew the middle key here, and then let the water flow out, and lock the key back into the iron, and then switch on everything and work like as normal, right? Again, reminder, be careful with the trigger, the iron trigger. So press 1 continuously for a continuous spot iron steam burst. Double click on the trigger for continuous steam, and then single click on the trigger to stop the steam. Right? If you have any questions, you can just give me a call. Assalamualaikum.